This afternoon, Governor Moino seeks intense prayers for peace in Akwa Ibom. 500 nursing mothers receive support from Governor's wife. Akwa Ibom introduces a new super-grade crude into international market. And community leader Obongotu Medo joins ancestors. Details of these and other stories in just a moment. Good afternoon and welcome to Akbc 45 News at noon. I am Miriam Ekbutu. Governor Moino has called on Christians to be relentless in praying for peace to prevail in the state and the nation. He made the call on Tuesday when he declared open the biennial conference of the Methodist Church Nigeria held at Groves Memorial Methodist Cathedral in Ikorekpene local government area. A Government House reporter, Utobi Mokon, brings the details.
Represented by the Deputy Governor, Senator Kuneyahi, Governor Moino said regular intercessory prayers by the church would help to do station and take the nation to a desired destination. He commended the youth in Akwa Ibom for their maturity and peaceful disposition in the ongoing protests. Remarking on the theme of the conference, Rise and Build, the governor commended the leadership of the church in keeping faith with the vision of John Wesley towards advancing spiritual and social values in the society, noting that the theme of the conference was apt as it aligned with the Arise agenda of his administration.
The theme for the 2024 Synod Biennial Conference and aligns with the vision of the government of Akwa Ibom State. Arise agenda cuts across agri, rural development, infrastructure, security, education, and economy. The world is changing. We are the ones that will be in a position to sustain, to continue the battle, to continue the fight, so that the vision of our father, John Wesley, will not be in vain.
Earlier in his welcome address, the prelate of Methodist Church Nigeria, His Eminence Dr. Oliver Ali Abba, said the church should be committed to the work of God in order to build the lives of the people spiritually and physically, and express appreciation to the governor for supporting the church.
Our team shows we are called to do these things and let others to join the Lord's workforce.
The conference featured presentation of gifts to the governor, prayer for the state and nation. Otobi Mokun, Akbc News.
In commemoration of the World Breastfeeding Week, which lasted between August 1 to 7, 2024, Pastor Patience Moino has gifted financial support in parks to 500 nursing mothers in Akwa Ibom State. The First Lady distributed the gifts to the mothers selected from the 31 local government areas of the state in an event held at Government House, Banquet Hall, Uyo. Margaret Barsi reports that the event had the theme Closing the Gap, Break Records, Break Barriers, Feeding Support for All. The report.
The governor's wife commended nursing mothers who are committed to exclusively breastfeeding their babies, describing such dedication as an exhibition of great love, care, and selflessness. Pastor Patience placed her commitment to continue supporting breastfeeding mothers through sensitization and empowerment programs through her pet project Golden Initiative for All. GIFA. She said that Governor Moino is committed to ensuring that the healthcare facilities in the state are well equipped to provide proper care to nursing mothers across the state.
I firmly believe that every child deserves a healthy start, and breastfeeding is a vital part of this journey. Hence, my commitment to supporting breastfeeding mothers in our state through programs like this that provides a platform for breastfeeding mothers to connect with each other, gain knowledge, and build a stronger community of women who understand that breast milk is a gift from God that provides optimal nutrition and boosts immunity.
The Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Welfare, Dr. Inia Diakman, noted that breastfeeding is essential as it highlights a wider thought for the future and health for children. Dr. Diakman stated that the state government has made provisions for laws and policies to favor breastfeeding mothers who are interested in raising healthy and wealthy children with best practices, urging the women to implement the lessons learned.
Her Excellency is interested in raising healthy and wealthy children for the state. Health goes with wealth. Wealth experience, because if a child is not healthy, then the child will not be able to tap from his or her environment.
Presenting a keynote address on breastfeeding, Dr. Christy Akwawo said the week, which is marked from 1st to 7th of August every year, advocates for breastfeeding as the ideal food for all infants, which contains antibodies to protect the child, especially when they are fed exclusively and done as often as possible. Dr. Kwawo mentioned benefits of breastfeeding to include faster postpartum recovery, increases the bond between mother and child, reduces the risk of high blood pressure, breast and ovarian cancers, help the child to build strong immunity, cost effective, also serves as a natural population control method.
Breastfeeding is ideal for infants because it is safe, it is clean, and it contains antibodies which help protect against many common childhood illnesses.
Goodwill messages were received from representative of ACUS, Dr. Awak, and that of World Health Organization, Dr. Nweke Clement. They commended the wife of the governor for her initiatives, saying it is aimed at nurturing the health and well-being of children and investment into the future generation.
ACUS as an indigenous organization is committed to partnering with the state government.
High points of the event were the demonstration on proper breastfeeding techniques and presentation of the gift packs to nursing mothers who appreciated the governor's wife for her kind gesture. Margaret Bassi, Akbc News.
Speaker of the House of Assembly, Elder Udema Tong, has paid tributes to the Bionibom State Constituency representative in the House of Assembly, Mr. Moses Essien, for a people-centered representation. Elder Tong was speaking at the Community Hospital Ikaroba Utrobio in the Bionibom local government area, where he declared open a one-week free medical outreach sponsored by Mr. Moses Essien for his constituents. Legislative Affairs reporter Yukoswa completes the story.
While acknowledging the harsh realities occasioned by the Nigerian economy, Speaker Otong noted that sponsoring a comprehensive health outreach, including surgeries, is capital-intensive. He described the Ibionibom lawmaker as one of the most vibrant in the 8th Assembly and commended him for always prioritizing and advocating the betterment of his constituency and the welfare of his people. Speaker Otong was represented by the State Constituency Representative, Mr. Lawrence Udoide.
The economy of Nigeria, we all know the situation that we are in. There are some people who are not supposed to die, but they die because of no money to buy malaria drugs or typhoid drug. And so today, Moses is saying, from the little I know, he has put money in the pocket of some people in the Ibionibom local government area. And of course, he knows that he decided to bring this program that will be beneficiary to thousands of Ibionibom people. And I think it should be appreciated.
Speaking of the flag of, the sponsor of the outreach and chairman House Committee on Health, Mr. Moses Essien, said the gesture was part of activities to mark his first year as a state legislator. He also said it was in support of the Arise agenda of the Moino administration and thanked the partners for assisting him to cater for the health needs of his people.
Health is wealth, and so I consider it a priority to render these free medical services to help my people and giving back to the society for sending me to the House of Assembly.
The paramount ruler of Ibionibom local government area, Edidem Ime Udosorinyang, conveyed the gratitude of the constituency.
Moses Essien Fenemi. Aku enabo yang ini show. Ipong upun, ipong udongo. Idong isong song idem. Apa sedi onye.
Aspects covered by the free medical outreach include general surgeries, blood pressure checks and treatment, blood sugar check and treatment, deworming of children, malaria rapid diagnostic testing and treatment, HIV testing and counseling. Others are eye checks and provision of eyeglasses and medical consultations. The outreach will be rounded off on Friday, August 9, 2024. Uyoko Uswa, Akbc News.
The Akwa Ibom State Governor, Pastor Umoino, has felicitated an indigene of the state, Inyang Anietum, on her elevation to the position of a Deputy Comptroller General of the Nigerian Immigration Service. A release by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Mr. Keritudo, congratulated her for being the first Akwa Ibom person to attain the position in the Nigerian Immigration Service. Governor Moino described her as a product of hard work, discipline, and diligence in the course of service to her fatherland, and also lauded her for exhibiting the can-do Akwa Ibom spirit. And just before we go and break in, UJ organizes seminar for new intakes, and community leader Obon Otomedo led to rest. This and more when we come back.
Missing you.
3-year anniversary in loving memory of our dearest mom, late Evangelist Mrs. Agnes Okon JP. Mom, another year has passed with you as our guardian angel. You sacrificed so much for us every day of your life, and we will always hold your many acts of love in our hearts. We think about you always. We talked about you still. You have never been forgotten, and you will never be. We hold you so dear to our hearts, and there you will always be to continually guide us through our lives until we meet again. Continue to rest in peace. This is signed by the children.
But I wonder if I'll ever lose the pain of missing you.
This is a home where we all belong. the place where life is beautiful. The peaceful ambience we enjoy when we live together in unity and love. It's on him and you know. We go stand together, we go make them better. We be brothers and sisters, no matter where we day. It's on him and you know. No matter where we day, we are one. Let's live together in peace and harmony. Yeah.
So good to have you back. The Nigeria Union of Journalists (NUJ) in Akwa Ibom has organized an orientation seminar for its prospective members ahead of the inauguration. Addressing participants at the Daniel Kanam Hall information drive, the state chairman, Comrade Amos Etok, charged them to exhibit seriousness while performing their roles as watchdogs of society. In a goodwill message, a former State Secretary of the Union and Director of Sports Akbc, Elder Justice Odosaro, urged the new intakes to be mindful of objectivity and fairness while reporting, noting that truth is the defense against court actions. Also speaking, the former chairman of the union, Comrade Innocent Okon, described the union as a professional body as it has an established course of study and entry requirements. Speaking on behalf of state executive members, the chairman of Federated Chapel, Comrade Nsibiat John, welcomed the participants to the union, which he described as a home away from home. Papers were presented by Mr. Sunday Antai, a former state chairman, and Mr. Dominic Akpan, state secretary of the union. The Nigeria National Petroleum Corporation Limited has announced the introduction of Otape crude oil blend, a new crude oil grade, into the international crude oil market. Located offshore Akwa Ibom State, Otape's current crude oil production is at 28,000 barrels per day, with potentials to increase it to 50,000 barrels per day. Spanish oil giant Repsol won the tender for the initial cargo of 950,000 barrels of the new crude blend, which is comparable to the much sought after Amanam crude. The addition of the new crude oil grade to orders at the market comes at a time the country is making efforts to grow its oil production to 2 million barrels per day in a bid to shore up revenue. The chief executive of the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, Benga Komolefe, had recently disclosed that the country's average daily production stood at 1.61 million barrels per day as of July 23. Komolefe revealed this at the House of Representatives Special Committee's two-day public investigative hearing on oil theft and losses. The funeral mass of a renowned lawyer and community leader, Obon Otuedem Medo of the royal family of Okon Medo Esieno Ekong, Obiondab Otu, was recently conducted in his hometown, Abak Ibiako, Oran, in Oran local government area. He died at the age of 70. The funeral was conducted by the St. Dominic Church of Perpetual Adoration, Oyo. The report.
In his homily, Reverend Father Emmanuel Ifyong said death separates the soul from the body, while the soul returns to its maker to give account of itself while on earth. Reverend Father Effiong therefore admonished the people to reverence God while on earth in order to gain eternal life when God reunites soul and the body on the resurrection day.
How should you prepare for judgment day? Because we should not bother about judgment, we should not be afraid of it. Be prepared because it starts from here. And so we pray that we should love God, try our best to love God, do His will every blessed day. But of that day and hour, no one knows. Not even angels of heaven, but the Father only.
The late Obong Otu Medo was an old boy of the prestigious Kwaibu Mission Secondary School, Itinan Institute, and St. Patrick's College, Calabar. An alumnus of University of Nigeria, Nsukka, Obong Otu Medo was called to bar in 1978, working in the Ministry of Justice, Ibadan, Oyo State, Cross River Breweries, and later Pipeline and Products Marketing Company of the NNPC, where he retired. According to his biography, the late legal luminary was a service-oriented individual who contributed to the welfare of communities and individuals he came across. This attribute led to his conferment as Obong Iberedem Ofriuran, Obong Ufuru, and Adaida Ke Fugebrutu, patron of St. Peter's Catholic Community, board member, Catholic Television, Pastoral Council at Holy Rosary Catholic Church. To his wife, Ramatu, children Kufre and Darabong, the late Obong Medo was an epitome of peace and caring fatherhood.
He was very intelligent, he was the life of the party. He would light up any room that he stepped into, and he had a way of influencing everybody in different ways. He touched people in different ways across borders, so he was an incredible man. That's all.
In their separate remarks, a former commissioner for transport, Prince Godwin Ntugude, the paramount ruler of Itu, Edidem Edith Akpaniyang, the PDP, the Catholic Archbishop of Abuja, NNPC, and the Obong of Calabar described Obong Otu Medo as a beacon of light and community builder.
Such a liberal social person who regards people no matter where, however you want to hide, as long as he can perceive that you are from one or from this part of the world, he will set you out, he will make you feel important.
He was a right-hand man to us and to Kwebon people. Very calm, very simple person, humble.
The remains of the late community leader were later interred in his family compound in Abat Ibiakuran, Uran local government area.
So rest in peace. That's a package this afternoon, but just before we go another look at the top stories. Governor Moino has solicited prayers from Christians to promote peace in Akwa Ibom and Nigeria. He was speaking when he declared open the Biennial Conference of Methodist Church Nigeria. Governor's wife, Pastor Patience Moino, has gifted 500 nursing women with funds and gift packs to mark the World Breastfeeding Week. The women were drawn from the 31 local government areas of the state. The Nigeria Union of Journalists in Akwa Ibom has concluded an orientation program for its new intakes. That's the package this afternoon. We thank you so much for joining us on the news. I wish you a pleasant day ahead. Good afternoon.